Oh my God. Do y'all know where he is?
No.
No? Oh my God. I'm going to have to leave this episode. So, Ronell, where have you been?
I was pouring one out.
For
E3.
what the hell?
R.I.P.
What? Oh my God. So dramatic. What are you talking about? Are you okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to mourn our fallen brother, E3.
Is this episode?
We all have shared such treasured memories with him, making us proud to be gamers. The booths, the demos, the announcements, an entire event meant to celebrate gaming, build community, and say to the investors, see, they buy this. But since he's dead, nothing has been the same. Gamers lost a piece of our identity. Others have tried, but there hasn't been a gaming event nearly as special as the great E3.
No, there's like Summer Games Fest, Game Awards.
Nothing was the same. Others have tried, but there hasn't been a gaming event as special as E3.
This is online showcases, Nintendo Direct, State of Play. There was like...
Yeah. If only there was a live event that could follow in the footsteps of E3.
We got PAX, there's Gamescom. I just feel like you overhyping E3 just huge.
With the death of E3 came the birth of online events. And the question is, which is better? And that's what we're here to discuss on today's episode of Checkpoint, where we save the game one discussion at a time.
That's the episode we're doing? All right.
I'm Ronell.
I'm Lex.
Let's get right to it.
Today, we're diving into the death of E3, the live events that tried to take its crown, and the birth of the online showcase formula. So we ask, which form is better for gamers?
Summer Game Fest and the Game Awards are cool, but it feels like there's a certain magic missing for the stateside gaming event. Luckily, you're looking at that magic right now. Jeff Keighley, fill us up.
We also do smaller events. Online showcases can be fun, but not nearly as engaging.
But those are just our biases, and everyone has them. But here at Checkpoint, we don't hide them.
Ronell's biases. Thinks live events are better at fostering community. Believes online events are convenient, but lacking in spectacle. People are a lot less weird at live events. Online events can breed trolls. Lex's biases. Misses live shows because they allow fans to interact with each other. Thinks live shows allow devs to directly interact with gamers. Sees the accessibility factor in online events. Wants E3 back, but Jeff Keighley.
But hey, we could be wrong. Maybe E3 was holding us back. Maybe the online events are the future, and maybe there's something new on the horizon, like a video game announced in Kai Cenat's room. Either way, let's look at the facts.
E3 didn't just die overnight. It was a slow death that started way before, 2020.
December 12th, 2023. Where were you when E3 died? I was at home shilling Hi-Fi Rush when I saw "Thanks for the memories" from ESA's Twitter, confirming what we had all feared. E3 is dead. Some go out with the existential death rattle, but E3, a Fall Out Boy lyric.
Devastator. Unfortunately, the writing was on the wall long before that. Sony dropped out in 2018, and so did a chunk of its viewership, the first time in E3's 24-year history. Sony said they were exploring new and familiar ways to engage our community. Translation, I'm gonna do my own thing.
And statistically, they didn't need E3. With Sony's State of Play broadcast, why pay millions, yes millions, for an E3 booth when you can reach the same audience, maybe even a bigger one, with a polished live stream from your own studio?
Then the Great Gaming Retreat happened.
Talk about 2020?
Yes, the pandemic effectively canceled E3 that year. And when everything moved to online showcases, suddenly everyone realized they could do their big announcements without flying to LA and setting up massive booths. By 2023, the big three skipped E3 entirely.
I feel like there was still hope though. Like we had Ubisoft that's
Okay, those last couple of E3s were kind of rough, not gonna lie.
Honestly, I get why they left. But I think we lost something important when E3 died.
Fire Ass Shadow the Hedgehog statues?
Well, that, but also live events offer next level immersive experiences, ones that online streams cannot replicate. From the live announcements to the booths to the hands-on demos, these experiences build stronger loyalty, not just to a single game or studio, but to gaming as a whole. They foster a sense of community that you just can't get from playing and watching.
But the numbers don't lie. Nintendo's March 2025 Direct pulled in 1.1 million concurrent viewers on their Japanese channel alone. Sony's February 2025 State of Play broke 2 million concurrent viewers for the first time. Compare that to E3's peak attendance of 70,000 in 2005. Their final show? 66,000.
Logistically, online events are easier. They reach more people, and it's easier for people to tune in. Nintendo Directs pull Super Bowl numbers. They even have the audacity to drop them not on American time.
Yep, I wake up at 6 a.m. to watch them. Do you understand the power that you have, Nintendo? 6 a.m. on a work day. Because it's not like you ever do them on weekends. But I got a new Donkey Kong and Metroid, so I will wake my happy ass up.
Microsoft's Xbox Showcase in 2023 pulled in over 92 million views across all of their platforms. 92 million. That's the year of Starfield, which is on Game Pass, the best place to play all your favorite games, such as...
Plus, any publisher can just drop a showcase whenever they want. Capcom Showcase, Square Enix presents, PlayStation's random Tuesday State of Play announcements.
Point is, online showcases bring in a bigger audience than ever before. And that accessibility is on such a large scale that it can't be ignored.
But does it actually bring gamers together? Or are they just large numbers in a stream counter? With no demos to play, gamers are forced to watch carefully curated gameplay videos and trailers that initially look cool, but may not be as polished when they get their hands on the game.
You can only really gauge responses based on what people are saying online, which is a completely different experience than watching something live and being able to discuss it with others.
So let's look at the online events that emerged in E3's wake.
While arguably gaming's biggest event, E3 wasn't the only gaming event.
E3's death literally gave birth to Summer Games Fest, which Jeff Keighley started in 2020 and has basically become the spiritual successor to E3's Hype Week.
Keighley saw this coming. He announced he wasn't participating in E3 way back in 2020, before it was even canceled, saying in-person events don't serve fans as well as digital ones.
And then there's the Game Awards, which has essentially become Winter E3. It's part award show, part massive game reveal event.
Mostly massive game reveal event. Also hosted by Jeff Keighley, by the way.
Did Jeff Keighley kill E3?
Did Jeff Keighley kill E3?
Well, other live events looking to take up the E3 mantle include the Penny Arcade Expo or PAX events, including PAX West, PAX East, PAX Australia, and PAX Unplugged.
Gotta get to PAX, man. Again, if anyone would like to send us to...
With PAX West now the front runner for the West Coast most attended gaming event, PAX West 2024 saw over 100,000 in-person attendees from around the world, with reportedly even more tuning in online. The Big Three even showed up.
Even Jerry Hawkins, the co-founder of PAX, feels like in some ways, they're just getting started.
Gamescom is currently hailed as the world's largest gaming event.
Problem is, for humble game enthusiasts like us, it's all the way in like Germany.
And I ain't got go to Gamescom and Journey money.
We barely got make checkpoint to show money.
Last year, Gamescom basically broke all its own records, boasting about 335,000 attendees, an almost 5% increase from the previous year.
Not to mention a record 310 million online engagements, with 40 million of them coming from Gamescom's opening night, a newer online portion added in 2019 and hosted by Jeff Keighley.
Wait, 2019? This nigga did it.
That nigga killed.
This nigga definitely killed.
He killed E3. Him and Kojima, they killed E3.
Oh, they kind of.
Yeah.
Damn, that's why he always got the nigga. You know what? We'll let y'all decide if that's facts or bias.
I've never been to E3. Never been to E3. I always wanted to go to E3. That would have been nice.
I used to watch it on G4 with my brother. I always used to watch it saying, wow, one day me and Mars are going to go.
Yeah, and it never happened. You lied to him. Have anyone else been? Has anyone here been to E3 at all?
Producers have been to E3.
Lucky
You're fucking
bastards.
producers, yeah.
That's why there are producers.
Y'all do it. Y'all get in here.
So I've been 3 times. So back when I worked at Sony Electronics, this was like 2016, 2017. But yeah, we rigged cameras all around the shrine.
That's cool.
And it was a big year.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Hadn't heard any rumors or anything about God of War, and they played that trailer. I was like, oh shit! I'm at E3. I was also there the year the first Spider-Man had his first demo. So they like gave out like copies of the Daily Bugle.
I think for me, like I started going to E3 like early in my career. So a lot of the times I was going to like check out. One, it was easier to get in because if you had worked a game at any point in your life and applied to have like a industry badge, you could get in. It felt more like a lot of the times the industry people, if you weren't industry like looking for a job, you were industry looking for like a scoop or like a way to get ahead or a quick view at something early. Like I would go as like research, right? I would go as like, oh, what stuff's being made, who's in it.
Was it giving Anime Expo but games? Or was it a little bit different?
I think it was definitely giving Anime Expo but games but less people, right? Like it was the way that Anime Expo is hailed as like the biggest anime convention in the world. I think that's what E3 was. I think like I've been to a lot of conventions since E3 and there's been nothing, I think, for video games on that sort of level of like, I mean, like, I think one of the years I went, Nintendo's section, Nintendo's booth alone, I always remember is like the most vivid memory is like a life-sized Link, Breath of the Wild Link. They went in. Like, it was like almost like they were competing to see who would have the best booth, you know, who can make the biggest. They recreated the Batmobile, you know, like nothing like it.
So what were some takeaways that you got from like attending E3, and was it a fun experience overall?
For me, it was like, wow, this is some of the coolest, how do I get to work on this stuff, you know? But a lot of that was part of the excitement about it. It was super fun. Like, it was like, you could go to a big stage where they were premiering, you know, a trailer, and you could be there right there with everybody as they're watching it. You know, like that meme video of people in a bar cheering on Goku. Yeah. Like, that's what that was like. That was crazy.
Unlike you, I haven't been to a lot of cons, so E3 was kind of like the one that I've consistently gone to. And there are just few things that are Nintendo always has the big booth that's always super crowded and always is its own thing, but there are few things that are as iconic as like the blue and the green wall. Like that, they would put PlayStation and Xbox right next to each other, and like taking a picture in between that corridor every year was one of the coolest things ever. So it's a lot of work, but I think that like for most people or industry people, especially when it's as an industry event, it's like some of the funnest work that you do. It's tiring and you're walking around a lot and you have to hit all your things, and like there's just a lot to do. But it's the funnest trade show, I think. Or was the funnest trade show.
The experience you guys are talking about, like, I don't think I will ever have with the gaming event, but I did go to Midwest Gaming Classic, and that convention is fun, but it's all just like playing video games. It's retro, it's current gen games, it's board games, tabletop, like it's just everything.
Speaking of retro games.
You should come down to Game Realms. Here in Burbank, it has all your retro games, all of the great games that you need in physical media, which we should all appreciate and collect. Grab some games, look around, hang out. They have events, they have voice actors, they have tournaments, they have everything here at Game Realms in Burbank, and this is where we record. I like the idea every now and then of an online event, right? But it ain't no live event.
Yeah, I only like online events if there's a live event with it. Like if I can't make it to the live event, I know one year I was at a convention and I couldn't make the Game Awards. And I'm happy I was able to watch it, but it made me like, dang, you know, I wish I was there because I missed Jordan Peele or Hideo Kojima walk out.
So that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
When we were watching E3, on G4, right? Back in the day, it feels like they're competing for like the biggest booth, right? Yeah. Part of it was literally that, because after E3, every time you would get who won E3. Was it Nintendo? Was it PlayStation? Was it Xbox? Like they would have these like week-long like debates and like all of this trying to figure out who won. That's something that I really appreciated from E3 specifically. And I think that came from like everyone being a place where everyone can present all of their, you know, all of their stuff at once.
Yeah, I felt like they had something to prove, and now I just feel like they don't. Like they're mainly worried about their own audience. So PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, they're like, oh, okay, you know, our audience will tune in, and we don't have anything to like prove to you guys. We're just gonna show these games and you're gonna be happy with it and you're still gonna buy it, and we're gonna do some outlandish pricing and you're still gonna,
yeah.
I'm not seeing any gameplay. It just doesn't really feel authentic.
It sucks too, because at live events, right, we know that there's a lot of kind of like hype and positivity, right, that's going on with gaming. At a online presentation, if the comments are on, the comments are negative. The comments, you know, there's like that group think that go on. So if it's a Nintendo event, they're talking about that one Nintendo game that they want and they're spamming it in the comments. If it's Xbox, they're talking about like how terrible Starfield is or some random shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never like a real conversation. And like that really does kind of lower the
sours the experience.
Yeah, sours it up.
Yeah,
sours
like
it up.
I was watching the Xbox, and they were talking about South of Midnight. Those comments, boy, this is woke. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That just
Even if you put like high comments, it's just like, you know, it's there. It's just like closing the door to someone talking shit outside. Like you still know. And there's like, it's just a little weird.
Yeah. I think they just need live events.
Yeah.
I think the industry definitely needs live events, and to start really wanting to prove that they want someone's money. Like, show to me why I should spend with you, and why I should be a constant customer. I do think that, again, online is just making it really easy for, you know, a company to just be like, here, you guys are gonna spend money with us anyway. We don't have to go the extra mile.
Because the dilemma is this: they do one big event, that's a lot of money, right? That is a lot of time, and not that many people get to go.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But if they do a unanimous, let's just start with America, around America event, right? They have designated, authorized people, right? That could be the GameStop if you want to do that, but like GameStop, it can even go into bars, any place, arcades, all of those people at the same time, like release their video. They can send them tech demos, right? For those places, they could play it there, and it's like a unanimous event that happens like at one time, like a simultaneous little Rigs party.
Not a bad idea.
That's all I'm saying.
For free, y'all.
For free.
For free.
That's why you tune in to Checkpoint the show, you know what I'm saying? But don't just take our word for it. We went out and got some real opinions at the Summer Game Fest 2025.
I want to know real quick, do you really care about Summer Game Fest? I do, actually, because I think it's a great place to show the non-Xbox and PlayStation games, the indie games, you know, the AA games, and, you know, we'll get some AAA surprises.
Yo, Summer Games Fest is always lit, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's like when you go to LA and you don't see E3 anymore, it hits you different. You know what I'm saying? For those that got a chance to like be a part of that. So I'm thankful that we have this, because it gets a chance to at least see you and see everybody here. Like, that right there means a lot to me, and I can't wait for the shows.
I personally am super stoked because I'm a developer.
Oh, okay.
And it's my first Summer Game Fest.
Wow.
So I'm really excited to be here.
It was good. It was good.
Okay. Well, okay.
It was all right. I feel like some of the more hype stuff is gonna be maybe later on in the year. There's some cool things, you know, the Resident Evil, that was pretty cool. And
fantastic.
There was a whole bunch of like, you know, localized, you know, Japanese, Chinese games. Some of them look cool, some of them. But I had a good time. I got to see, what's his name? That's the guy, Jeff Keighley's best friend.
Yeah.
I got to see him. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Kojima, I got to see him.
He's been dwindled down to Jeff Keighley's best friend.
How do you feel about live events versus like online showcases?
I think like the energy is a little different. Like, you know, everybody in the crowd getting hyped and like we're doing an interview like this. Like, you know, That's some of the stuff I like in person versus online.
Online, it definitely makes it more streamlined. You know, get the information out faster.
Live events, man, yeah. You get to see a lot of people that you see on social media, so shit like that is pretty dope.
Okay.
You know, I think the live experience helps. I think if I'm at home, I think I'm maybe flipping channels or I'm, you know, watching a different show in between stuff. Maybe I'm just waiting for Twitter to tell me what happened. But here, it's cool though, hearing everybody cheer. I'm sure there's game developers there too, cheering on for their own stuff. Like, I'm a voice actor. Hearing other voice actors, my colleagues and stuff is really cool. So I think being there live helps.
I feel like you could probably get a little bit of the same excitement while being at home, or maybe if you're like a watch party on Discord or something. I feel like the real benefit of coming to Summer Game Fest is getting to meet people, getting to see some of the developers like cheer on their team, getting to hear some of the little crowd commentary that you don't get to hear on the live stream. So
No, it has to be live. It has to be live because if I'm at home, I'm scrolling through other shit. I'm pausing it, I'm eating, I'm rewinding. What happened? But when you're live in these events, like, it's a different energy. I prefer it. Like, I'm online chronically, and seeing people talk about games online and then in real life, that shit is drastically different.
I definitely think the live events are a different experience. Like sitting in a crowd, feeling the hype, and they're showing the new game, we're looking forward to it.
I think there's nothing that actually captures the in-person networking and connection and vibe that you can, that just happens when there's a bunch of people in one room happy about the same thing. That is not to discount digital showcases, because I think we are able to get a lot of information to the rest of the world when people don't necessarily have access to come here and do the things.
I think if you can, it's worth going to it live, because it's just a communal environment. I don't think there's enough of that in the United States in general. So get any chance to go to a cool event with a lot of people is really, really neat. So I think I'm team live event.
Okay.
Did you go to E3?
Okay. 2001, I'm old.
Did you go to E3?
No. That was
Okay.
It was on the bucket list, but nope.
Never made it, right?
Never.
I never got the chance. I was too young at the time. I always wanted to go. I missed out.
For sure. It never got to. Yeah. This is actually my first time going to one of these events.
Oh, really?
I'm really looking forward to seeing what Jeff does.
Okay. Have you been to E3?
Never.
Have you ever been to E3?
I have not.
Do we need to bring E3 back? Are we good with what we got now? How you feeling?
We're good with what we got now. I think E3 had grown beyond what it was supposed to be, and we were starting to lose the message, right? Whereas Jeff is scaling this up, but I don't think he's ever gonna try and get to an E3 level. You have a show like we're about to do today, show the games, they'll do play days, media, the creators get hands on, they get to talk about it.
I don't think you could ever replace E3. Just get that straight. You could never replace E3.
Do you think that something like this really brings back that spirit of kind of E3?
You know, I've been feeling the vibe is not E3, so it's not quite, but maybe it's a little better.
I think a lot of the industry, a lot of the people who are veterans of the industry carry that same level of excitement that E3 had.
And brought to the table.
Gaming. A man once said this on the world stage, and it was met with thunderous applause. It was hilarious, and to this day, people meme it, but it was also beautifully true. Video game events are living, breathing experiences, one where fans, enthusiasts, professionals, they all come together to share their passion for gaming.
E3 was a shining example of what happens when industry and fandom meet culture, and E3 created and curated that culture. It probably wasn't always perfect, but it was impactful. Some of gaming's biggest and most iconic games were revealed at E3 because companies knew that was the place where gaming had the most influence, and it was where they can get the best direct and immediate reception to their games live.
Imagine roaming the show floor, where companies went all out to recreate your favorite gaming characters, vehicles, and settings. I'm talking breathtaking booths. One year they created a bar from Cyberpunk, Mario's Cappy transformations. One year they created a vault from Fallout.
And it's not just about cool booths. Remember when Keanu Reeves appeared for Xbox's briefing for Cyberpunk? Or when Nintendo revealed Twilight Princess? Or when Square Enix revealed Final Fantasy VII Remake? And in each moment, the crowds went nuclear. Imagine being in those rooms in those moments. Now imagine 3 days
full of moments like that. There was nothing like the feeling of losing your mind at advancing technologies, the big titles, and the incredible trailers, along with a crowd full of people who loved games just as much as you, and then going home wondering what was in store the next day.
Those holy crap moments were what broke the internet and amplified excitement toward the game. We still get them now, except they mostly happen on YouTube live streams instead of the convention center. And now, instead of a few thousand industry and press people getting to see it first, millions of people around the world get to experience the same thing simultaneously.
State of Plays and Nintendo Directs are widely accessible alternatives to live events and allow the internet to unite in its passion for games to an audience that's wider than E3 could have dreamed.
Online events often lack the emotional connection that live events provide. People treat them passively, rolling over in their bed, watching on their phones, half paying attention. And while having a communal experience through screens can be cool, we can't help but feel like it doesn't have the same energy as being in the same room with thousands of people all reacting to the same trailer at the same time. It's infectious in a way that watching a stream or a streamer on Twitch just isn't.
Online spaces can also breed negativity. It's easier for negativity to spread faster, especially in chats and comment sections with trolls everywhere. It's easier to criticize, complain, and dismiss, creating echo chambers of cynicism that are hard to reverse once they take hold.
At live events, it's a bit harder not to be in a good mood. The energy, the lights, the laughter, it's the benefit of having a community that is physically present. It can breed a more constructive environment for feedback, hype, and honest engagement. You're surrounded in the joy of gaming culture, which can make it a bit harder to be negative.
Live events weren't just about the games, but the people. Devs getting to see player reaction in real time, fans meeting their heroes, industry peers connecting face to face, maybe even landing work in the field.
Watching a gameplay video through a live stream is a completely different experience than being able to physically test the game and give direct feedback to the developers. The response at live events can help gauge how a game would perform or even an audience's interests.
And that begs the question, what's better for the community? Are online showcases better for their accessibility and larger audiences? Or live shows for their experiences and community connection? Do we need E3 again?
Maybe, maybe not. E3 as it was is dead. And honestly, it probably needed to die in order to pave the road for something new. Something that combines the best of both worlds. I call it E3 2.
Anyway, gaming is inherently social. We play together, share experiences together, and build community. The way we celebrate games should reflect that. And that's the show. Do you feel like you finally mourned E3?
Maybe. One day. For now, I'll keep thinking about E3 2.
I think the name needs work, but it would be cool to maybe host a live event one day.
That would, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?